He ended up being a cop. He's been the longest cop on TV, to be exact. Now, how did that change your attitude?
What'd you think when that song came out, Lonzo? Cop Killer. I mean, that's a ballsy song to put out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It was one of them songs. First of all, it was more of a punk rock song. It wasn't something we didn't hear it on K-Day. We heard about it. We didn't hear it on K-Day. And again, it seemed like something that was he explained it as being just a cut on the album. It wasn't never supposed to be no single or nothing like that, but because because of what it was about, it just blew up. And a lot of times, same thing with After Police and N.W.A. You know, they made a song. They wasn't trying to go global with it. They just made a song, but the Rodney King situation made it relevant to the rest of the world, and it was a catalyst for them to go global and be looked at totally different.
In that case, is there a such thing as all publicity is good publicity, or is there some publicity you probably just don't want?
It all depends. You know, if you N.W.A. and you After Police, you go through a little heat, all of a sudden you become a hero. Or if you Monica Lewinsky, you do the presidential kneeling bob, and all of a sudden you the biggest hoe in the world. No, you don't want all that. You know, it's just it's certain things that just have different. Certain things have different effects overall. Like I said, when Monica Lewinsky did that to Bill Clinton, she still has issues with that today. Meanwhile, N.W.A. are heroes.
Yep. Let's pivot into something that I would like to discuss, you know, for a big part of the night. But I want to start it with a quote that I came across, Lonzo, from Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. She's a Black psychologist, motivational speaker. She passed away a little while ago, but there was a quote that I came across on my Instagram, and I'm going to read it to you, and then we're going to kind of jump into another topic. But quote, "We are the only people on the entire planet who have been taught to sing and praise our demeanment. I'm a bitch. I'm a hoe. I'm a gangster. I'm a thug. I'm a dog. If you can train people to demean and degrade themselves, you can oppress them forever. You can even program them to kill themselves, and they won't even understand what happened." What do you think about that?
Absolutely true. I totally believe it. And it's amazing how everybody claims to know so much about the game that's being run on us, but we still play it. Everybody claims, oh man, I know about the government doing this and the police do that and the scientists do this, but you still play the game. It ain't changed your direction in no way, form, or fashion. So you're more, and a lot of people are more inclined to be perceived as cool than to be perceived as smart. Smart supersedes cool, supersedes smart every time, and it's only in our community. In most cases.
Look at this smart motherfucker.
Yeah, smart brother with a book or a computer that's doing some real stuff. Oh man, look at this square ass fool, man. It's just amazing, and it's supported. I mean, dude, think for a minute. The worst thing you can do in our community is tell somebody is report somebody that committed a crime in the community. You become a snitch. And everybody knows the snitch ain't shit. Snitches get stitches. Meanwhile, while you supporting snitches, you're supporting crime. Bottom line, give a damn how you twist it. When you don't report crime, you're supporting crime. You might as well be a co-conspirator to the person that's committing the crime. You making sure that they get away with it. You're not helping to solve it to prevent it from happening again. And the only time most people want to get involved is when it hits their house. Let's keep it 100. If you don't want the real shit, don't tune into this channel right here. The only time people really get involved when they hit their house. Oh man, why nobody just said that? Dude, come on, man. Come on. And that's the game we play. Then you wonder why the hood is so hot Ain't nobody coming outside the hood to make it hot. Ain't nobody importing heat to make the hood hot, Doc. The heat from the hood comes from within the hood. Folks that went to elementary school together, changed high schools, or just got grown are arch enemies dropping bodies in the streets. Meanwhile, as I go through my old television show, Issues in the Hood, I've been podcasting before it was even called podcasting, public access show, 1992 to 2008. Over 500 shows. We are still fighting the same issues from 1992 and 2008. We're on a social treadmill as a people. We're on a social treadmill and with very little progress. As much as moving around us, like the rest of the world don't move. I mean, some parts of the hood don't move. They just recycle the same bad habits, whether it be alcohol, the latest drug, the latest hustle, and they want somebody to blame. Nobody takes responsibility for what they do or what they don't do. Nobody takes responsibility.
So true, Lonzo. Damn, yeah. Like Lonzo said, if you don't want that realness, tune into another channel because you're gonna get your feelings might get hurt a little bit here.
I might not be considered your friend because I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm you know, in some cases I'm not your friend. I might not be your favorite host, but I'm gonna tell you what's real. That's why my numbers are so low. Nobody want to hear the real shit. They want to hear bullshit. They want to hear bullshit. And you remember we first. Our numbers were growing fast as shit for a while.
Go ahead.
Our number was blowing up. We was growing in leaps and bounds. I was saying, this motherfucker talk too much. He talked too much shit. We need to slow him down.
Yep. Now we need to keep it coming, man, because we need this kind of talk out there. Ray Brown said it perfect. He said, he put in quotes, trying to be white. And unfortunately, this is something I've dealt with my whole life because at a point, I grew up in the same neighborhoods that a lot of you guys grew up. But when I was listening to people talk, I was like, I'm gonna talk, you know what I'm saying, proper. I'm not gonna talk like I'm a dumbass. Was there times where I was talking like a dumbass? Yo, what's up, money? You know what I'm saying? And I was doing all that back when I was 19, 20, 21. But when you hit a certain age, you know, you should, I think, talk proper. Lonzo talks proper, has a big vocabulary. You know, other people out there talk proper as they get older. And it's just so crazy that you get called white, like you're acting white.
You know,
what do you think about that?
I have a decent vocabulary for a non-college educated person. I listen to other people speak and I grab words and I interject them into my conversation. I don't think it's so much the word. I think it's the tone in which you learn to speak at some